This Sunday solar eclipse on the 21st is a major reality check in the Virgo and Pisces parts of your chart. And thanks to its opposition to Saturn here, it has a sobering tone. The big picture here is that it's designed to bring a two-year story to this sort of final moment. Here with Virgo, it's revealing what is truly unsustainable. You can look at the Virgo and Pisces houses in your chart to see where this falls in your life. And if you're wondering when things start moving forward again, there is still a clear timeline here, even in the short term. The eclipse can feel particularly exhausting because the sun's will is weakened here. It makes this a time for release, not for pushing any new agendas. Some part of your life you're being asked to let go of control and realize what has to end. That tight opposition to Saturn were brought into this Saturn retrograde period between now and March. The last 2 years have been about confronting, in a general sense, deep feelings of helplessness and victimhood, patterns of self-limitation. This begins the season this coming fall and winter where you have to deal with that story cleanly. Because that coming Saturn and Aries transit is going to be a costly, heroic fight for individuation in some area of your life. You cannot enter a battle like that carrying the weight of the old one. That marks the start of a new 30-year cycle, perhaps a much bigger one considering something that I've said a million times. We do not have recorded history for Saturn and Neptune meeting at the very first degree of the zodiac. So here's the practical strategy for handling this coming week. Greatest danger is that Pisces flavor of paralysis, being so overwhelmed by the size of the problem that you just do nothing. The most powerful response is to use that Virgo scalpel, analyze the situation, that one critical point that you can actually control and apply all of your pressure there. The forward momentum begins almost immediately because the very next day Mars leaves the sign of its fall where it's weakened in Libra and enters Scorpio where it's exceptionally powerful. It's like he comes back from a long journey in exile and finally is in literally his own house. That gives us focus and strategic drive to start acting on these truths of the recent Virgo Cazimi as well as this eclipse. Just all this Virgo energy, all this over-analysis and understanding. And then on October 13th, Venus finally leaves Virgo and renews her power in Libra. This could really help soothe over recent tensions. For many, that's going to mark a return of simple grace and pleasure to their social and romantic lives. So the timeline is pretty clear. Even if it's only internal in your chart, this weekend is for release and endings. And late September becomes about focused and strategic action, though there will still be a sense of pressure at first, especially near the eclipse. By the time we get to mid-October, some of the tensions of this eclipse will have dissolved and some social ease will fully return. It's going to feel amazing to have all these planets in positions of power in the sky again after this sort of debilitating end of summer.